Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah, and in today's video we're of course going to continue market prepping. I just finished filming the shark tutorial, so I've got 5 of these guys made, and then I have an orange one that didn't sell at the last market, so technically I have 6 finished. And then the other news, I started the op tutorial as well. So the first one will be up by the time you see this video, and hopefully the second one will be up too. Here is the current project I'm working on. I'm actually really excited to finish this. This is my new cow pattern. I just recently released it, and I really wanted to make it in some funky colors, so there's where we're at so far. Hey everyone, quick little update here. I just finished this cow last night, so technically not just, but I finished her last night, and I really love all the colors we picked. Ugh. We were really torn on making the hooves yellow or the spots yellow, but I do prefer the way it looks now. I used an entire skein of the Sweet Snuggles Light, I believe is the name. I'll put the color on the screen because I have no idea, but I used an entire skein of that, and there was a tiny bit left over. So if you're looking to get a copy of this pattern, or you already have it, that's how much I used. And then of course you'll need some secondary colors for the other details. Now the other thing that I want to make a green cow out of this for the main body, and then I haven't decided whether I'll use the green or the gray for what yet. I'm thinking the green one will look better as the nose, and then the gray will look really stunning as the spots and the hooves and stuff, but it's definitely something to think about. But I think this will definitely be the next cow that I make, since I'm on a funky color kick. For the market, I will still have the natural colors, so the browns and then the black and white cows, but I also want to have a few fun stuff, so that's what I'm working on now. Okay, so I have a little update. I need to export some videos onto my computer. It's pretty late at night, but we're gonna pretend like that isn't happening. And while the camera is in use, I will be using this yarn and perhaps the green blue one I have to make some mini caterpillars. That's gonna be fun, but just a little update. I will definitely let you know when I'm done and how many caterpillars I can make before bed. I finished this little guy. It took 16 minutes to complete. I absolutely love the caterpillars. Obviously he still needs some eyes, but I'm going to be embroidering them on. I love the way they turn out. I love the way they feel and look. They're like the perfect, almost fidget toy. I would say my only complaint are the amount of baubles that I end up making for these. That is my only complaint. So I can't sit down and make a whole bunch in one sitting because my hand cramps up, especially with this small yarn. I will try and make at least 4 of each color, I think. I'll probably have close to 12, maybe 18, but definitely not 30 of these. And then I just finished transferring the shark footage, so I'm editing the tutorial together right now. In here I have my $15 plushies, or at least most of them. I'm pretty certain I have the chickens listed at $15 too. They have to go in a separate bin though because there's not enough room. But the plan right now is to definitely make more of these bees when I get new safety eyes in. I need to place an order for them. I'm pretty much set on the caterpillars. I will probably keep the caterpillars as they are for now because they have so many bobble stitches. They really hurt my hands to make. It's not so bad when you make it out of chenille yarn, but we'll have to see. I might just keep it like that. They also weren't the most popular item. The bees and the possums and chickens were definitely the most popular. But yeah, I have all the bees. My plan is to make at least 20 of the traditional yellow and brown. I would use black, but I don't know if anyone else has noticed. Sometimes the black yarn leaves color on other lighter shades of yarn, usually like an orangey color. And I just personally like the way the ones with dark brown look anyway. I mean, it's basically black. So I'm just curious if anyone else has also had that issue. And it's not with every skein either, which is also weird. Anyways, moving on. In this other bin over here, I have my chickens. Those are 15, mushrooms, and then the sea creatures. They're all $12 to $10, $10 to $12. I think I have the axolotls at 10. I might have had them at 8, but I definitely think for this market they will be 10. And then the mushrooms, I'm basically just trying to get rid of these. These aren't the most popular item. I think it might just be where I live. So I'm basically just getting rid of those. And then I have the octopi and the whales. And I'm thinking of making, oops, threw that one. Thinking of making some more sea creatures perhaps. Stingrays are really popular. I will be in a different area this time, so they might not be as popular, but I'll definitely look into making some of those. I have all the 12 days of Christmas stuff, so I'll probably make most of that stuff. But yeah, I will definitely be making turtles in a lot of colors. I don't know how much I love this pattern though, so I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Maybe just focus on the slightly bigger sea turtles and not so much on the box turtles. I actually really love how these turn out with a smaller sized yarn, but for some reason the plushie yarn, I don't know, it just doesn't look as nice. Maybe it just needs an extra single crochet around or something, but just rambling at this point. Yeah, I'm going to put this stuff away and then we're gonna get to the big stuff. There's actually quite a few of my larger items, which is crazy to think about. And also, you guys probably think it's redundant to pull the tags off, but I shouldn't have left them on because they're all crinkled up now. So what I'm gonna do is press them all flat in a container and leave them there so I can use them when October actually rolls around, and I'll tag like a week or two before the actual event. But I will not be wasting all this work. They'll definitely be, I'll flatten them out and set them aside for October. I make my tags out of cardstock. I print them, I design them in Canva, and then I print them. I have my eBay shop and my links. I'm thinking of redoing these and having my coffee shop instead because that would be where my patterns actually are. But I have my name, I have my Bible verse, I have on the other side, I have materials, price, and then the spot clean only. These tags are meant for the plushies, so not the baby blankets I have. But yeah, that is what I do. I just make a whole sheet of these, cut them out around the corners. It's a lot of work, but it is definitely cheaper than purchasing your own tags. Here is my Chanel versions of my recent sea creature patterns. Basically all of these are out now actually. So I have the jellyfish on the bottom, the sharks, the axolotls, and then the turtles obviously don't fit in here. I haven't really made any in Chanel anyways, so the blanket style sea turtles, they got their own bin lower down. I can't really show you very easily because you're on a tripod, but they are lower down. That bag is full. I think I have 12 turtles. I don't know the exact count because I didn't count it, so it's written down somewhere though. And then over here in this bin I have my velvet stuff and then skinny Chanel stuff. So this is basically like the smaller items, and we'll see how much I can fill this bin up. It should be pretty full by the time the event rolls around, if not spilling into another bin. So yeah, I have the velvets and then the skinny Chanel. I'm going to be making some more of these turtles in purple, in a different type of green, so a green skin and a green shell, and then also blue. So that is the current plan. I haven't gotten around to it yet because these are a little tedious to make, but I will definitely get around to it at some point before the event. I mean, I have plenty of time at this point. And then the skinny Chanel stuff is basically stuff that I just keep having fun with, like these little axolotls, and then making my giant patterns mini with the skinny Chanel has been one of my favorite things to do right now. So here is the pile. I don't have an exact head count yet, but there are quite a few things in here. I'm also missing a couple things. There's a cow downstairs that I need to bring up here to put in the bin, but I have a pink one, a brown one, and then I have that crazy colored one I showed earlier. Hey, there's another shark in here playing hide and seek with me. I'm gonna put this guy with the other sharks. There should be enough room still. But yeah, I have 2 unicorns. My sister's working on another one. I have the best dragon I have ever made in my entire life. This guy will be up as a tester call, hopefully, let's see, today's Saturday, so Monday, which means by the time you see this video, the tester call will probably be closed. I'm sorry about that, but I really want to get this pattern out as soon as I can, so you know, it is what it is. When you see this video, this lady will be under testing, and I will be getting the pattern out as soon as possible. This is one of my favorite things I've ever made in my life, so I am very proud. I mean, just look at that face. The green one, which I showed in last video, I actually shipped and she received it yesterday or the day before. No, it was yesterday. Yesterday's Friday. As you can see, my brain is melting, but she received it and she absolutely loved it. And she said she finished mine, but she's still putting some finishing touches on it, or she wants to put some finishing touches, something like that. She's a little worried, but I'm not. It's gonna be the cutest thing ever, and she's gonna go on my shelf and I'm gonna show it off to you all. And yeah, this is the greatest collab trade. I like to think of it as a gift, but we're technically trading. Maybe later in this video it'll be here. I really hope it is, because I want to show it to you all in this video. I know it's going to be gorgeous, and it's going to be pink, similar to this one, but she made it out of Bernat. At least I believe she did. Bernat blanket, so we shall see what it looks like. I'm very, very excited. Victoria, if you're watching this, I can't wait. I mean, you have no idea how excited I am. I know you're a little worried, but please don't be. I am really, really excited. And don't compare yourself to my dragon. I knew you shouldn't have opened it until you were finished, but let's continue on. Underneath the pink one, I have this orange one. This is one that my sister was working on. She used a little bit of a bigger hook, and the yarn is a little bit stiffer anyway, so it turned out a little bit bigger. But as you can see, it's not quite finished. She still needs to give it some flowers or leaves. We haven't decided yet, but yeah, she had her own little twist on the feet and a beautiful tail, of course. Those 2 dragons I've got 1, 2, so these ones are going to be at different price points. They're going to be more expensive, even though they're a little smaller, just because of the amount of detail and time. And then the other dragons we have, this is Daisy the dragon. As you can see, she's got a stubby tail. This is one that my sister made. This is a pattern that's already out. Daisy the dragon, she's mine. One of the first patterns I released this year. Let's see, we have 1. We actually have 4 more. I gotta go grab them because I need to show it to you. The other 4 are in here. This one my sister made. She had a little bit of fun with the color work and changed the way things are sewn on, and I think it's a very interesting dragon, very pretty. And then I made this one. I'm not sure how much I like the ears now that time has passed, but you know, she's still cute. And then I have a pink one here. She's kind of got like a girly face, pink, and she's got a little heart on her cheek and a heart right there. Super cute. She is very pretty. And then I think this one's my personal favorite, is this dark red with black accents. I just love the darker colors in the Sweet Snuggles Light and the Chanel Home Slim. I just think they're really gorgeous. They're hard to capture on camera, but if you've ever worked with the materials, you can probably imagine it a little bit better in person. But I changed the horns a little bit, made the ears a tiny bit bigger, and then obviously changed the back to be fluffy. I've been thinking about releasing a free pattern mod for this pattern, change the horns for you, but I haven't decided yet. I might not, we'll see. That is all of the dragons based on Daisy's pattern. Obviously we have fun tweaking it, so each dragon turns out unique, and you know, when you put that much time and effort into it, you might as well make it unique. And then the other dragon I have is this dark one right here. This guy is weighted and he is quite heavy. So this one I just based kind of on Daisy, but then I also tweaked it. I mean, the spines are different. I sewed each one on individually, which was an experience. I changed the feet, I gave him little toes and everything. And then I obviously put beads in it, so he's quite heavy. I don't know if anyone would be interested in a dragon this heavy, but it's a large event, so maybe somebody will be. And that is actually all the dragons I have right now. I'm hoping to have a lot more, or at least a few more. Probably don't need a lot more, but I do plan to make more of the pink one for sure. And the pile is still a mess, but at least it's mostly in bins. I definitely need to think of a better way to put this stuff up and put it away. I think I'll think about that another day. I know I said I could care less about what it looked like, but I lied because I'm crazy. So I actually switched the bins around. I put the bins sideways, gave it a little bit more space, and now they're able to stack too. Obviously, if you can see that. I mean, I don't know who I'm narrating this for. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being super annoying. It is a hot day, okay? I blame it on the heat. There's 3 or 4 bins of just large stuff, and then other 2, there's baby blankets on the bottom, and then some obscure stuff. Leftovers from last year, if I need to, I'll probably empty that bin out and put that stuff in a different bag. But for now, I have enough space for everything. Some stuff will still be out, but I want to look at it, okay? That's one of the reasons why I don't want to seal it up in a bag. So yeah, I decided to fix it. I'll show it to you when I'm done. Here's my less of a mess zone, and I'm actually really impressed with how this looks right now after living in chaos for a couple months now, I think. It is nice to have a little bit more of a sorted zone. I have what needs to be finished right on top. I have the Highland cow on top because I need to do some more promotion stuff because the pattern will be releasing in a couple weeks. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for a crazy color I can make a Highland cow out of, definitely leave them in the comments. I will love to make at least one more in a crazy color and maybe 2, so definitely let me know what your thoughts are. The dragon will be out in probably 3 weeks from filming, so a couple weeks from when you watch this, hopefully. I'm not sure how long I'm going to give testers, maybe 2 weeks to test, so that means it'll be 3 weeks before the tester call is completely finished. Here are all the tags that I retrieved from everything. I'm gonna find my little pouch and put them in there, and they should flatten out over time, or at the very least they won't get any more wrinkly, so that's a win for me. I finished my green and gray cow, and she is so soft. This yarn, even though all the colors aren't the best, this yarn is incredibly soft. So I gave her green spots. I was actually torn. I really wanted to give her gray spots, but I didn't end up doing that. I ended up going with gray as like the skin color because that makes more sense, I guess. She's finished. I gave her a little white tail, and I think it's perfect. That is the second crazy cow done. I don't think I'll be making much more cows in crazy colors. I might make a purple and blue one. Purple and then a blue one, 2 separate cows. At this point, I have a lot of large dolls, so I don't actually know if I need to make any more. So I might just chill out a little bit on the big things and focus on some smaller things first. So here's the crazy color I made first, and then the green one. They're both super cute. I could make these cows all day and night. I mean, the color work is a little lame, but when you get in the groove, they're super fun to make. I think this yarn turned out really interesting. It's almost like stripes versus this one where it's just like a speckle. But yeah, that is a quick little update. And then I'm currently writing up the pattern for my dragon. I just have to write the sewing instruction part of it, but I have everything else written down. I am going to make a blue one, probably like a blue-gray base and then a icy white-blue details. So I'm excited for that. I'm definitely gonna get started on that soon. I would love to make another green one. So the one that I gifted to my best friend. I mean, even a dark red or a dark purple would be really cool in this too. But we're still trying to fit the nature themed. But yeah, that is another little update. And yesterday when I filmed, I forgot to show you my minis. So I have 30 of these bees. These guys will be $7 each or 2 for $12. These are one of the least complicated minis that will be in the bin. So these guys didn't take long, I think 12 minutes each, something like that. Ignore the chaos on the table, but right now I need to work on some new photos for my shark pattern. So I'll be using these gray yarn and then obviously the white for the belly and then a little bit of black. And then I need to work on the pattern because it will be up. I'll probably release it Tuesday, so I need to get everything ready. In fact, I'd love to release it today, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible. I just finished the last shark that I'll be making for a while, at the very least. I'm at the point where I need a break from the sharks. I also am really excited. I want to work on something else, and I want to do it now. The final shark is finished. I know this probably looks super similar to another one I already have, but it's a slightly different shade of gray. But yeah, this is the one that I made to take new pattern photos for. And then the pattern is basically going to be all set, so if everything goes well, it should be out this afternoon. I'm hoping so, because I do want to get this pattern out. Tomorrow is release day for my baby hippo pattern, and then Tuesday I'll be hosting a tester call, so I don't want to release this one tomorrow or Tuesday because I share it on Instagram when I release stuff, so I like to post once a day. The shark is finished. I will hopefully get that out today so I don't have to worry about it anymore. The pattern is basically complete. I did add the tweaks in and everything, so I just need to put the new photos in and make sure it's nice and composed, and then it should be ready to go. So yeah, that's your little update. So the worst thing has just happened to me, and I think you all can relate. So I was going through and I put the chapters in manually for my videos. That way you guys can find each chapter checkpoint. For some reason YouTube doesn't do it. It's probably because they don't understand crochet, but that's fine. The issue though is that I made a mistake editing this. This is round 11 and it's supposed to be round 14. So it's just something that I never actually noticed even when I went through and double checked that they were all correct. I didn't notice when I plugged it in originally. So now I have to re-upload this video because this is such a glaring mistake, and I've noticed that a lot of people don't necessarily read the description or even the comments. So I think most people would probably be really confused if they saw this on the screen. And since it's not technically released yet, I'm just gonna go ahead and re-edit it. The good thing though is that I can copy paste these details that I'm already writing down onto the official video. So if once I finish getting this all done, I'll re-upload the other one, copy the details, and so there's that. It's just really sucks because this took like all day to upload yesterday. I don't know if it was our internet or if YouTube was having issues, but at this point it's just another setback for release day. It is what it is. I'm glad I caught it because this would have been very confusing for me as well. People asking about this would have been confusing, so oh well, I'm going to fix it, and then maybe I'll get the pattern out tonight, and that's better than nothing, so I can be grateful for that. Yesterday I worked on this sea turtle, so it's the pattern I released not too long ago, but it's tweaked slightly to be a little smaller. I'm actually thinking I might release this pattern as well as a free tutorial. So these guys work up in about an hour, so they work up a little bit faster. Just like the other pattern, they are no-sew. I decided to make a bunch of these, and I am going to embroider the eyes on these. That way that I have some baby-safe sea turtles. Because sea turtles are so popular, it would be nice to have that as well. So here are the shells that I started this morning. This was about 2 hours of work, and these are all the ones I will be pairing with a cream for the base, and then these are all the ones that I'll be pairing with a lighter shade of whatever color they are. I still have oranges and yellows to make, and then red as well. It has been a few hours, and I am currently at 19 shells, and then plus this turtle, so that'll be 20 turtles when they're finished. So all of these on this side will be getting a cream base for the fins and everything, and then all these on this side will get a lighter color of themselves. I need to tomorrow morning film the next Appa tutorial where I have his head right here. Sorry, my fingers in the camera, but his head's right here. Tomorrow I'll be filming the next tutorial, and he'll be getting some facial features, and hopefully we'll be able to actually finish the head. So I kind of want to give you a glimpse into my life and my desk when I don't pick it up for the camera. As you can see, it's a little hectic. Usually most of this goes on my bed while I'm working on it. So turtle shells I'll have on the bed, and then the finished turtles I'm just having here so I can look at them. They still need their eyes, but I'm going to do that all when they're all finished. The hippo pattern, she's out because I just released her and I had to take new photos. She is out and ready to go. Woohoo! I need to make a few more of these for the event. I don't think I'm going to go too crazy, just some generic hippo colors, probably where I'm going to go. And then I'm working on this green one, and it was about midnight when I went to bed last night, so I was not going to finish it. But I also worked on the Appa tutorial, so here's where we're at with the head. So part 2 will be out tomorrow if I can edit it fast enough. I really need to get it out tomorrow because I made a promise that I would. This is what it looks like so far. We have the head basically finished. The arrow gets added on when it's all finished. The next tutorial will be for the body, which is exciting. I'm gonna work on some more turtles today. I do want to work on some standing/sitting dolls. I need to prep them because the market's in 10 weeks and I don't have infinite time anymore. I didn't really have it to begin with, but it felt better. I had somebody comment saying that they wish that some of my plushies were sitting, and I absolutely agree with you. I've been wanting to do it. I've just been working on the other patterns. Some of you may not know this, but I actually started selling my patterns in the beginning of this year, and since then I've just been adding to the shop. So I have actually been going really fast in my opinion, and I haven't really had time to slow down, so just bear with me as I get everything out and work on everything. It is time consuming and I would like to test the pattern, so there's more time put into it, but that's not to complain at all, just to give you a perspective that I am working fast and I will definitely keep working fast. So, and this is Buddy. He's not supposed to be on my desk, but we'll allow it for this video. Ah! Why would you rub on my straw? Not a bad boy. There, see, he's a beautiful boy. Which is why I can forgive him for rubbing on my straw. Alright, let's move on. I just finished these cows. I've been working on these as my downstairs project, so I have 3 of them. I was hoping to get 6 done, but I ran out of white yarn, so all the ears, nose, and legs have been set aside, and hopefully this weekend I'll get some more white yarn and finish off the other 3. It's pretty overcast this morning, so ignore the yellow lighting from my light. I finished all these turtles over the last couple days. I've got this beautiful red one, I've got one green, this dark purple, like boysenberry color, and I got 2 purple and 2 blues. Obviously they still need their eyes and everything. I'm gonna add eyes similar to this to all of them. I haven't decided if I'll do solid colors or if I'll do the fun colors like I did for the pink one, just to see. It's gonna take a good amount of time to get the eyes on, so we'll see any way that I can make it easier on myself. Over here on my desk I have 2 started, and then all the rest of these, they're gonna get cream bases. I was deciding if I wanted to do an orange skin for this or a yellow skin for this, but I just think they'll look better in the cream, so that's what I'm gonna go for. I've got all my caterpillars finished. I did their eyes. So I have 9 of these. I was planning on making at least 12, but these caterpillars are really hard on my hands with the small yarn and the 85 bobbles per caterpillar. That's an exaggeration, but that's what it feels like. I have a good variety of them. I have this one which turned out all blue, which is really pretty. Usually it has some green in it. Yeah, I made 3 rainbow ones, and then I made one of these guys. This yarn actually turned out thicker, and it's also a little stiffer. So this is a really good example of why I write in my patterns that tension and yarn type can affect the size of something, because these are the same brand of yarn and they're just 2 different colors, and you can see the difference in size. So that's why it gets a little bit harder for me to write in my patterns, you know, the different yarn types and the different hook sizes. Because this one I could have used a 3.5 with, and this one I could have used a 3mm hook for. So excuse the poor lighting, it is overcast today, but I have all of these turtles made. Only one of them has eyes so far, and it's the first one I made. And then I have 10 that I finished over the last few days. I just finished these 3 last night and I absolutely love them. Anyways, I have all of these left to finish. I am working on these guys first because I'm actually using a darker cream for the skin on these, which I forgot to get out all the pieces, but it's almost ready to go. And then the rest I'll be making the light cream with. I've applied for my first tester call in a while and I'm actually working on it now. She picked me and I really appreciate it. I'll have the pattern up on the screen and then the name of the creator as well. This is what I'm working on. It's a little sheep. So this is the head. This is actually the first time I've used this type of stitch for the head fluff, and I actually really love the way it turned out. I need to work on being a little more consistent with the loops, but that is really nice for the first time ever using it. I'm going to be making probably 7 of these for my market, depending on how long the body will end up taking. Here's where I'm at with the turtles. I have 13 of them finished. I finished these 2 last night. I gave them a slightly different color for the base of the body versus this lighter cream. It's kind of hard to tell. Actually, not too bad. But you can see I used the darker cream for these 2 because that makes sense in my head, at least. So I have 13 finished. One of them is technically the only one done because they need eyes still. But I'm going to embroider them on once they're all finished. These are all the colors I have left. So these will be a light cream base. And then when those are done, that means I'm finished. I kind of realized after I made these that I didn't really need to make 20 of them. I could have just gotten away with making 1 or 2 of each color. But, you know, I'm an overachiever and you can, if you've seen any of my videos, you probably already knew that. That's the turtle update. Sadly, I won't be able to finish it in this vlog because it's Sunday, but they will definitely be finished in next week's video, or 2 weeks later, the next market vlog. Keep an eye out for the next market vlog. These guys will definitely be done by that point, and they will all have their eyes and I can set them aside. I was also thinking of doing a tutorial for these. These are slightly smaller than the original one I released a couple months ago, I believe. I think this one is one of my favorites. I also love this one. I am just obsessed with this color, okay? You can probably tell with this dragon here. But I finished another dragon, which I'm going to show you right now. Here is the other dragon finished. So this entire time I've been making this, I've been inspired by the Stardew Valley winter time, and I don't play Stardew Valley that much. We just started getting back into it, and it's me and our whole family playing, but we haven't gotten to winter time yet, so this is just based on my memory. But I was just thinking the blue and the white flowers and everything, just kind of like a wintry, icy theme. I used the same size yarn for the horns. The pink one I used a slightly smaller size yarn. This was a good way to test that out. I was also testing out the tail because I did find a mistake in it and I thought there was a mistake, so good thing I tested that out. Also, the tester call for these guys is up on my Instagram right now. I don't know if it'll be closed by the time this video comes out, so I'm sorry if I'm sharing it and it's closed, but it will be out in a couple weeks, so be excited for that. I am excited. I will also be having a pattern mod, which I'll show in my next market vlog for this pattern to make it more just like a traditional dragon. So I'm going to design the pattern to have regular horns. It's going to have some nice little spikes going down, and then we're going to emit the flowers. Stay tuned for that. That will be in the next video for sure. That is my little dragon update. I know you guys are very, very excited about this pattern. I am too, so just bear with me as I work on this pattern. And then the final thing is this sheep right here. This is a pattern test for Kay's Crochet Creations, I believe. It will definitely be up on the screen. But I'm currently testing her sheep pattern and it's not out yet. By the time you see my next vlog, it'll definitely be out. I'm gonna make a nice little army of these guys. Absolutely love everything about this pattern. I'd say the only thing is that you need to make sure you stuff the body nice and hard, especially when using this yarn type. That way he can stand up. It's a little top heavy, but once you give him a little good squish, he'll stay in place. But stay tuned for next video as well. I'm gonna be making a nice little army of these, so I'm gonna make a pink one next. I'll probably do that today. I'll have a nice little rainbow army. That's this guy right here. She has little facial details on her. I haven't decided if I want to add them yet. I'm usually the type of person who doesn't embroider things, but I might, at least for the pattern test. That is everything that I have going on, and I'm gonna close out the video here. I know there's probably a lot of footage in this video, so you guys are probably done hearing me talk and show off stuff. So thank you all so much for watching to the end. It supports me more than you know. And thank you for all the support that you guys have given me recently. Since April, my channel has just been doing really well, and I really appreciate that support. If you're excited about the dragon pattern, let me know in the comments, and if you'd be interested in making one and what color palette maybe should be next. If you have any ideas for that, definitely drop them in the comments. Enough rambling, we're closing out the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!